Hey there, Bethany George, Follow-Up Boss. First impressions are everything. I think we all know that, but we struggle with understanding how we make them work for us. And I would even challenge to say that second, third, fourth, and fifth impressions have more to say about who we are than first impressions even will. Because many times our first impression is a quick moment and we don't really get to relay much information about who we are. Now, we can ruin the impression in that first moment for sure. But if we get past that first moment, the people we're looking to connect with, the people we're looking to do business with, will then watch us carefully to see how we act in the next 5, 6, 7 moments. Not at that moment, but how we choose to interact with them over the coming interactions. How do you interact with people that you meet over the following interactions after the initial one? How do you interact with them? How much intentionality do you put into those interactions? How much thought? How much do you even spend on those moments? So often we will rush into those moments because we're looking for the next person that will buy from us. We are living in a state of desperation. I remember early in business being told to never act desperate because the other person will know. And it's true. And it's really hard to not act desperate when you really are just looking for that next person who will work with you or buy from you. So how do you not do that? You have to focus on the long term. You have to understand that what you can gain from each connection that you make is much more valuable. There's much more treasure to be uncovered if you let it grow into the value that is possible there. And that means having a long-term plan. Otherwise, you will burn yourself out and you'll burn out your lead sources with your desperation. The number one way to do this is to have a plan, to truly know that you are going to connect with that person many, many times over an extended period of time. And in that, you can then make intentional opportunities to share with them what you do, who you work with, and how you operate. And it will be illustrated through those examples so that people will be able to identify that you are the person they want to work with and you're the person they can trust. This doesn't happen by happenstance. It doesn't happen just because things fall into place magically. It requires strategy and planning. From the day you open your doors in your business, it's important you have some sort of plan. And you can do this by sitting down with a pen and paper and thinking, what is the most valuable information that I want everyone to know about me and my business? Who I am, who I work with, and how I operate. With that information, don't try to word vomit on every person that you meet initially. Just know that with each meeting, and make sure you change up the interactions, you spread out that information over time and also give them the value they need to understand what they need from you and how you work so that they can learn that they want to work with you. If you want to learn more about how to actually break this up and put this into place in your business, reach out to me. I'd love to get into more detail on this with you. It is something that can really revolutionize your business because it will take that feeling of desperation out of every connection, but it will also translate a lot of those connections you may already have into value, where right now they're just people that you know. Make it something more valuable by intentionality.